After 9/11, there was an erosion of civil rights of Middle Eastern communities, and the national IABA had partly started because of that need, and we wanted to bring that to Northern California.
We're an all-volunteer member-funded organization. We serve Iranian American lawyers, judges, students, and our wider community.
It's important to grow our membership so that we have influence and control over issues that affect us. That way we're able to be at the table rather than on the menu.
We saw the need for an organization to advocate for the Iranian American community through both education and advocacy.
We're turning students into leaders by powering them with scholarships, internships, and job placement. And we're at the forefront of so many important legal issues. From the travel ban to our rights at the border to everything else we face as Iranian Americans, we are here to protect our community.
We need more judges, we need more district attorneys, we need more public defenders, we need more general counsel, we need more prosecutors, we need more attorneys.
And we understand that community extends beyond just Iranian Americans. We work with coalition partners and other minority bar associations to honor the values of our community and protect the value of others.
On the hot civil rights issues facing our community, endangering our civil rights right now.
Every day, it is our mission to be the best of what the Iranian American legal community can be. And to be the best, we will need you.
I remember one afternoon being in court, at counsel table, at district attorney's table. Can't be any more obvious than that what my role is, waiting for the judge to come out, and a defense attorney hurriedly came up to me and said, "Excuse me, are you the Spanish-speaking interpreter? Do you know when the DA is going to get here?"
I was a first-year law student when I attended my first IABA NorCal gala. 3 different Iranian American women judges spoke at the gala, and I got to meet them one-on-one. That was incredibly inspirational. I got to learn all about how they became judges. They gave advice if you're interested in ever being a judge and what it takes, and just the appeal of going down the public service path.
When I first started law school, I didn't have any thought or any aspiration of ever becoming a judge.
Having Judge Iravani-Sani swear me into the bar was truly the most special day of my life. I think Judge Iravani-Sani is a role model for all of us.
You know, I never set out to provide a blueprint, but to the extent that my path might be instructive, I would say absolutely be civically engaged.
Having her guide me through my endeavors in law school and after, I just feel so lucky to have had her guide me through that, and to have her speak about my accomplishments and welcome me to the profession was truly incredible and a day I will never forget.
I have been impressed again and again by the people I keep meeting through this organization.
Since I was young, I have always been interested in social justice.
The COVID-19 pandemic plagued the world really, and as a first-year law student, hearing about all the internships being rescinded was very frightening.
I was the recipient of the 2020 IABA NorCal Public Interest Scholarship.
It's just been a wonderful experience. You are amazing role models. You are kind human beings. You gave me energy and excitement to keep refocused and re-energized working with law students. And knowing you are out there to receive them and to support them just means a great deal.
I had to take out a ridiculous amount of loans to be able to attend law school, but I don't regret it at all.
Summer 6 really brought law school and the legal profession into perspective. It was one of my favorite things all summer, aside from my internship, because I got to hear from practitioners, hear from people who had been in the same position that I was currently finding myself, and they really instilled in us a sense of hope.
Your 1L internship is arguably the most important one, but when many places closed their doors, the IABA opened theirs and they created their first internship position for me, and it was huge. The connections I made, the lessons I learned, the experiences I gained were all invaluable.
thank you from Berkeley Law School, and I can say from all the Northern California law schools. We really appreciate your work.
I remember it was about 4:30 in the afternoon. I was sitting in my apartment on my laptop, looking at the news in shock and in anger.
What stood out to me as an attorney at the airport and on the front lines alongside others is that we had thousands of allies show up for us.
It was a moment of shock and anger, and then we got to do something about it. We're in a position to do something about it. We have to do something about it. That's why we're involved with the Iranian American Bar Association.
Our first and foremost priority was to get our members to airports to assist individuals who are being detained or have been lost in the system.
Thousands of allies show up and say that the ban was wrong. And it's a key moment for our community about how we need to show up for others.
We went on Google, we created a Google Doc just so that we could gather people's names and phone numbers, because we knew there were hundreds, thousands of people in the air when this executive order came down. And they were going to land into a situation that they did not prepare for, and it was going to be chaotic.
We gathered together a coalition of Iranian American organizations as organizational plaintiffs, and we filed a lawsuit in DC challenging the first, second, and third versions.
We knew that the only way that people from the countries subject to the ban would be able to enter the United States was through waivers.
In the early few months, there were only 1 or 2 individual waivers out of thousands of applications, and within 6 months, only 2% of waivers had been granted.
We had started hearing about mass denials of waivers coming from consulates almost immediately after the ban went into effect.
We were able to highlight that to the U.S. Supreme Court in an amicus that we filed, and the Supreme Court, in oral arguments out of the 80 amicus briefs that had been submitted to the Supreme Court, ours was the only one that was actually discussed at length on the record, and it was the only one discussed and actually cited by Justice Breyer in his dissent from the majority opinion.
The case ultimately ended up in the Supreme Court, and sadly, the court let the travel ban stand.
We try to put ourselves in the shoes of these individuals. Some are parents, some are grandparents or newlyweds, landing and facing a truly terrifying situation.
We, as an IABA, PARS, and some other organizations, did not relent, and we filed another lawsuit, this time challenging the arbitrary and capricious waiver provision of the travel ban.
All the outputs that we were getting from it indicated to us that it was a system designed to deny waivers.
The fact that IABA pulled all these resources together and filed the second lawsuit has really helped the waiver adjudication. A lot of our clients who were also named plaintiffs in this lawsuit have now received their waiver and their visa and have reunited with their family members.
We're not done fighting. The lawsuits are ongoing, and we're gonna hit this thing with everything we've got.
IABA NorCal is grateful to our members and partners. We're an immigrant group that has so much to offer our adopted home. From judges to law students to practitioners, we're an integral part of America and its legal community. This country needs us, and IABA NorCal needs you. Join us together and we'll make IABA NorCal reflect the passion and strength of our community.